Yes, you are God. 3 words, soft as whispers, yet thunderous enough to reshape your entire existence. If you dare to embrace this sacred truth, if you have the courage to ascend the mountain of your own being, then you will witness the universe not from afar, but from within. For the cosmos is not beyond you, it blooms inside your soul. God is here. God is not separate from you, not distant in the clouds or cloaked in robes of judgment. God is the one who sees through your eyes, breathes through your lungs, thinks through your mind. The awareness within you, so intimate, so constant, it is the divine. You are not merely a fragment of God. Just as the ocean is not truly divided when poured into many vessels, so too is God not divided among us. You are all of God, and God is all of you. To some, this may sound like heresy. It defies what we were taught in Sunday pews and schoolroom prayers. We were told God is out there, unreachable, separate, superior. But that image was shaped by hands that feared their own power. Do you know who I am? I won't ask you to ask others. I will tell you plainly, I am God. Not the God of carved statues or ancestral mythologies. Not the God who judges or withholds. I speak of the God that Jesus spoke of when he said, God is love. He did not mean romantic love or conditional love, but pure, ecstatic, omnipresent love. The kind that lives within all things and flows without end. To live in love is to dwell in God, and to know God is to feel that love surging through every cell of your being. That is who you are. Yes, you are God, not in arrogance, but in awe, not in dominance, but in divinity. You are the I am, the eternal presence, the unchanging awareness beneath all thoughts, behind all faces, beyond all time. This is the secret, the ancient mystery kept in the silence of sages, whispered in the deserts by prophets, sung in the forest by mystics. And now it comes to you. No, your mind cannot grasp it. This truth cannot be dissected or proven. It can only be remembered, felt, awakened, like a flame that never died and only waited for your breath to make it blaze again. You are the dreamer in the dream. You are the source in the reflection. You are the sacred answer you've always sought. And now you know, analyzing something, coming up with a formula, studying it, looking at what other people have to say about it, and coming to a conclusion are all necessary steps in order to be able to comprehend something with your intellect. Prior to gaining an understanding of something with your spirit, you must first have the opportunity to experience it. It is necessary for you to experience it yourself. According to the New Testament, Jesus asks his followers, "Why do you want to stone me?" as they are preparing to stone him. In addition, they assert that you are a blasphemer. You are a human being, but you assert that you are God. Furthermore, Jesus responds with his own words. The fact that I mentioned that you are gods is written in your law, isn't it there? All of you together, every single one of us is a God. It is not the God that we frequently believe to be external to us that we have within us. Rather, it is the man that is love, the God who desires expansion because he is limitless and does not wish to be constrained in any way whatsoever. If you are aware that you are God, then you will have a sense of unity with the cosmos. You have a strong sense of connection to it and profound roots in it. You have the impression that the entire energy that can be seen shining in the stars is quite close to you. The item in question is not something that you are distinct from. It is something that you are a part of, something that you express by your seeing, hearing, talking, thinking, and moving. It is something that includes you. You provide evidence of the force that causes the sun and other stars to move. In Western culture, the concept of God has become so uninteresting that the majority of us do not care for it. When individuals assert that God is the Father Almighty, the majority of people don't feel quite right within. On the other hand, Buddhist philosophy asserts that the entire cosmos is a single entity. In other words, everything is a single reality, a single essential essence, and each and every one of us is a component of its essence. As a result, it can be deduced that essence is subject to change just like everything else, mostly due to the fact that the entire world is a pulse, a beat, and a dance. There is no doubt that you will awaken if you are well prepared for it. On the other hand, if you discover that you are not prepared, you can continue to assume that you are a powerless victim of the circumstances. Now, given that you are all gathered here, watching this video, and demonstrating an interest in this profound exploration while listening to this enlightening discourse, I am going to assume that each of you is either in the process of awakening, or at the very least you are engaging in a sincere flirtation with the concept of awakening, even though you are not yet fully committed to the idea. On the other hand, it's possible that you are truly prepared to accept this awakening. As you continue on this journey of self-discovery, you will eventually realize that the activities you choose are in harmony with the entirety of the universe at the precise coordinates that you refer to as the here and now. In the same way that a wave is an essential component of the enormous ocean's dance, you are an intricate component of the grand symphony that the cosmos performs. It is not accurate to say that the true essence of you is a mere marionette, helplessly pulled by the strings of destiny. In actuality, the profound core of your being is intricately intertwined with the entirety of the cosmos itself for the entirety of your existence. I want you to understand, my friends, that you and all of us are God. It is not the God that we have been instructed to revere or fear. Rather, it is the God who is love, who is consciousness, and who is creative. There is a game that you are playing with yourself, a game of hide and seek, a game of on and off, a game of life and death. You are the essence of this universe, and you are playing this game with yourself. It is possible for you to take pleasure in this game because you are aware that you will never be able to lose yourself, that you will never be destroyed, and that you will never be divorced from the origin of everything. You are that point of origin, and you are expressing yourself in an infinite number of different ways. In addition to being the one who observes the stars, you are the one who is responsible for making them shine. You, the one who experiences both pleasure and agony, are also the one who is able to transcend both of these emotions. It is you who is responsible for both creation and destruction, and you are the one who is left behind. You, I, and everyone else are all God. You are God. They are all God. Both we are one and we are numerous at the same time. We are all present and we are all on the same page. We are all here in the present moment and we are all present in the future. All of us are everything, while at the same time we are nothing. They say that it is the yang and the yin, the light and the dark, the on and the off. This is what the Chinese believe. As a result, it is able to say this, and while you don't see it now, you do see it now. At this very moment, you are not, and here you are, simply because this is how energy operates. Waves, which feature crests and troughs, are analogous to this phenomenon. Due to the fact that we are under some type of illusion or confusion, we are the only ones who believe that the dip is going to triumph over the wave or the peak. One day, the yin, also known as the dark principle, will triumph over the yang, also known as the light principle. In addition, that off is going to get the upper hand. And by believing in that illusion, we are causing ourselves to be terrified. Oh, what if the darkness took the victory? Isn't that a frightening thought? As a result, we remain trembling and anxious about the possibility that it will occur. In light of the fact that, after all, isn't it peculiar that anything exists? It is pretty strange. The effort is required. It requires a lot of energy. Additionally, if there was absolutely nothing, it would be a great deal simpler. Therefore, we believe that because being so close to things is a great deal of effort, you will eventually give up and fall back into nothingness. This is because being so close to things is so much labor. On the other hand, nothingness is no more than the opposite of energy. In addition, it is the existence of nothingness, the void, that makes something feasible. Similarly, it is impossible to have solid without space, and space cannot exist without solid. You are actually an expression of this one energy, and there is nothing else but that it is you, but that if you were to be always, you would be very dull. When you wake up to this and realize that the more things change, the more they remain the same, you will also recognize that you are really an expression of this energy. As a result, it is planned that after a period of time, you will stop being yourself and then return to the world as someone completely different. In light of this, when you discover that, you are filled with a great deal of energy and excitement, and you are able to see through the entire game of things. You are aware that you are that, but you choose not to call it that. You are that, and there is no other possible identity for you. Now you are liberated from the fundamental dread. Although this is true, it does not necessarily guarantee that you will always be bold or cool or joyful. On the other hand, it indicates that to a certain extent, you will be able to experience the pains, challenges, and struggles that are inherently associated with being a human being somewhere deep within you. However, we do not have any issues with it. To put it another way, to be able to move like a cloud and to float like water. When one realizes that all life is a lovely illusion, a play of energy, and that there is absolutely nothing to be terrified of at the core of any life, you are going to continue to feel fearful on the surface. Despite this, you will continue to be terrified of getting wounded, becoming ill, or passing away. On the other hand, you will not show any fear of being terrified. An overwhelming feeling of fear will wash over your thoughts, much like a dark cloud that is reflected in a mirror. If you believe that this message speaks to you, if you have a sense that this truth is there in your heart, and if you are interested in learning more about this enigma, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our community of people who share your interests. The purpose of our gathering is to jointly celebrate both our divinity and our humanity. You are appreciated for watching. Up until the next time.